Hello, hello. How are you guys today? Thank you all for joining me. Can you all hear me just fine? Just comment in the comment section and let me know if you can hear me. Or give me a thumbs up or something. Let me know you're here so I can see you, feel you, touch you if I can, because we're in COVID, so that's not gonna work. Um, cool, cool. Looks like you guys can hear me just fine. So thank you. My name is Sequena Luckett. I am a digital strategist and co-owner or co-founder of the Boom app, which I'm super excited to be here tonight. It's just me because for the past couple of times I've had people that have been a part of the virtual pop-up shop, at the business that we're talking about. And tonight we are talking about Sequena Luckett's business and how I can help you double your income. So thank you so much for being here today. If you have not, and you probably have not gotten the link, but I have a big picture roadmap. There we go. That you can go on and download. Renee's going to drop the link in for you so that you can go ahead and download the roadmap. Everything that I'm talking about today, it's going to have pretty much the framework of what I'm actually going over. And it's also going to have action steps so that you can start doing the things to start moving forward with doubling that income that you really want. So, yay! Also, a few other things too, and I do have my trusty, so I guess you guys know I usually write my notes down so I can kind of stay focused and straight to the point, because sometimes I could go on a little tangent, but that's okay. That's okay. Tangents are okay. I gotta say that. So really quick, if you have not followed us on the Boom app on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and now YouTube, all of the videos that you have been watching inside of this group, you get a chance to see the replays inside the group exclusively. But a week from now, we usually post so that you guys can view it, or the public can see it. So find us on YouTube. We'll have a lot more videos there as well, as we continue to kind of grow this movement in the year of Buying Black, which I'm excited about. I hope you are too. And I just want to get started. So let's talk about this framework. There is a 5-step framework that I normally follow with my clients. The first step is the mission, vision, and goals. So we definitely talk about that. And I have my notes. I have my notes all over the place. But I want you guys to kind of follow along. So like I said, if you haven't downloaded it, you can certainly get it right away. Just go ahead, type in your information, and you can download it. It usually comes to you instantaneously in an email with that download link. So what's the overall mission is what you're looking for in your business. I tell my clients every day, write everything down on paper. I like to tell all of my clients when we start to even do any digital strategy work to get them something that is like this, a notepad, a notebook. Mine is pretty. But I like to have a notebook where I kind of write everything down in, and it's so much easier when you're working in your business to get that notepad to start seeing and feeling what's going on in your business. If you're just getting started, great. If you are in the middle of your business and your business have been here for the past 2-3 years, great. It does not matter where you start. You have to start somewhere, though. That's the way I look at it. But we have to think about the overall mission, vision, and goals. When you start thinking about things overall, your mission and what you are trying to accomplish and achieve, what your vision looks like, what are your goals? If your goals is to make $100K a year, I have some businesses that say I want to make 7 figures this year. If you're trying to do that, then you have to get serious. Sit down, Write it out. Get it all on paper. Once you do that, that'll start your process to moving forward. The next step is your target audience. This question comes up for me all the time. Who are we talking to? Who are you speaking to? Who is your tribe? Who are the people that are going to actually pick up that phone and call you and say, hey, I want to buy that product from you or that service? Or who are those people that's going to click that buy now button in your from your website or from that digital ad that you have that's floating out there on Google or Facebook or Twitter or any of your advertisements? Who's that person? You want to speak to that one person when you're writing your marketing for them. Always. Because that one person you may have a million people that are listening to you, but you definitely want to have that one person that you're talking to. So who is that super fan? That's who I want to know. Who's that tribe member that's going to tell the world about you and your business and how you function and how great of an experience that they had from you? So that's kind of like our step 2. We want to know who we are talking to, who is our target audience. Step 3 in this framework is the brand personality. So we come up with who that person is. I know I'm talking about a brand. That's not a real person, but your brand is a person. And what would they look like? So another thing that we can think about, how do they act? Are they sophisticated? Are they fun? Are they caring? What is your product and how do you want it to be conveyed as a person? This is what your brand personality is. How are you perceived out into the world as a person, as a brand? So we think about things like Coca-Cola, or if we think about McDonald's, or if we think about Chase Bank. Like when we think about Chase Bank, we think sophistication. We think, oh, they have money. We kind of think they're a little stuffy sometimes. I mean, I'm just going to be real. Or we can look at our brand as like that fun, like, oh my God, I love working with them. I definitely want to be a part of their circle. They're so fun. They're colorful. They're just like the people I definitely want to be a part of. That's what we're talking about with your brand personality. I want to know what they look like. I want to know what they act like. How do they feel? If they are a part of like your mission and they're philanthropists, like who are they? That's what this brand personality is, and that's the things that we cover when it comes to talking about your person, your brand, your company. I know it's your baby, so it's time for that baby to actually start to grow up a little bit, which takes us to the gap analysis, which is step 4. So inside this framework, the gap between your brand image and your brand identity. So what the hell, Sequena, does that mean? So we are analyzing the image of your brand and we are analyzing your identity. So it's pretty much that kind of like that gap in between, and how can we bridge the two? So as far as like the gap analysis, this is something that's very difficult for you to kind of do by yourself because, again, as I stated, it's your baby. So you really can't see. It's almost like you don't know what you don't know what you don't know. And sometimes we need someone else to come in and take a look and see where all those gaps and holes are in your business, whether it's your process, whether it's, the process of, and I am strictly thinking about digital strategy. So it is the process of if someone comes to your website and they bounce off, or they come to your website and they decide to stay, but what do they see? How do you connect with them? What's the image that you're conveying to people, and how are they literally, how's the identity coming together? So it's just that kind of thing where we're like, we really want to think about the connection between the two. What holes do I have? Are we getting the emails that we're supposed to be getting if we're doing an email sequence? Or are we getting the advertisements out there, and if there's a drop somewhere? That's what I mean by your gap analysis. Like, what's the gap between the two, and how can we plug those holes in? So we think about like an overall plan. So again, like I said, this is your baby. We know. I know. And it's very difficult to do this on your own. So, a thing that I have is, if you're doing this by yourself and you're just getting started and you can't quite hire a professional right at the moment, you might ask your friends and your family. Yeah, they may look at your brand, and sometimes our friends and family just be like, look, I'm looking at your brand, but I'm not seeing anything that I really, really want or anything that I need. But if they can do it from a consumer standpoint, that would be so amazing for them to look at it from, I'm coming onto your website, I'm looking at your stuff, or I'm seeing you on social media and I click this button and it actually works. And then I start receiving the emails. And then when I receive the emails, then I receive, a sequence of emails that's coming in, and I get to know, like, and trust you because I really want you as my brand that I love. People love brands. So inside of that gap analysis, we definitely want to find those holes and we want to plug them in. That right there is like one of the most important things, because now we're starting to pay attention. We're looking at that UI, UX, experience that a person has when they either come to an app like the Boom, or if they come to your website and they see something and they love you and they want to know you and they want to build with you. So our step 5 is our roadmap. Where are you in your business? Where are you today and where are you going to be tomorrow? That's where everything comes full circle, because now we're going back to, what's your mission, what's your vision, what's your goals. When we start there, it takes us all the way full circle into, now we can see where you are now, and now we can see where you're going. If your goal today, let's say you make $2,000 in every single month for the next year, but your goal is actually to increase that, then you have to think about, now I'm talking to my target audience. I have literally built out my brand personality and I know who they are. And then I am going into my gap analysis and I've seen the holes and I can see what's happening once a person logs in to my website and then they are getting my emails and then something stops and they're not getting them anymore, or what's happening with that. How do I make this person buy from me? It's not really a make, it's how do, and a convince. Let's not say we're convincing people. Let's say we are creating a service or we're creating an experience for a person to want to always come back to our brand, always come back and work with us. And that's where this kind of roadmap that's mapped out that we do, where you will know what you look like tomorrow. I am always excited about stuff like this because I honestly, I'm that person. I'm a nerd, okay? Like totally a digital nerd. So in my mind, I'm always thinking about ways to how we can flow things together. And I'm always thinking about how we could actually do something that's going to be so amazing for people to see you, want to feel you, want to touch you, want to hear you, like, yes. So I'm sure you guys will have some questions about this. And if you haven't already downloaded it, Be sure to do that, because I have a couple of action steps. Well, actually, I have an action step for everything that you do inside of this framework, such as writing everything down on paper, generating your avatar, creating surveys to find out who your brand is, or coming up with a map, that where you can find all of your holes, or what's the next steps or the things that you need to do to come up with figuring out where you are and how you are. Like, these are action steps that you can start taking today. It does not matter where your business is. If your business is small, nobody cares that it's small. If you have a small business, your business is going to grow. You just have to be patient with it. You have to not try to force the funk, because sometimes people try to force the funk. And that's like, it's literally a force, of what we need to do to get to where we want to be, or what we really, really want in our lives. So I'm always saying to myself personally, let's think about the why. The why. Why are you doing what you do every day? What's your uniqueness? When you figure out what you're unique at and what people want to see about you, nobody can take that away from you. I don't care what they do, how they try, no one can take that away. You are who you are. And I appreciate that, especially my amazing, beautiful Black people. You are who you are. You have a uniqueness about you. Everything that we're going to do is about sales. So I don't care what we say, but I know sales sometimes can be a little daunting when it comes to your business. So with that being said, if you sell someone, it comes with a conversation. We always start with a conversation. It's as simple as that. Your uniqueness is what you are, who you are, and I mean, it doesn't matter what the next person is. Like, yes, you may have competition. I mean, let's think about this. We go to the grocery store and we're standing there looking at bread. Do you know how many types of breads there are in this world? I'm just saying. And do you buy the things that's at the top? Do you buy the things at the bottom? Do you buy because of price? Do you buy because of your brand? Do you buy because of the value of this thing? Or is it gluten-free? Is it sugar-free? There's all these things that it's based on, and it does not matter that you have all this competition, because you are who you are as a person. You are the unique asset to your entire business. And this framework that I'm literally going to be walking you through, or that I've walked you through thus far, it's gold. Just follow the steps. You will start to see that your brand and your business is going to start to grow. And when it starts to increase, reach out to us and let us know, because I'm so happy to help. And again, when I talked about the professional when it comes to the gap analysis, because I know sometimes it can be a little daunting to try to do by yourself, I'm here to help. I'm always here to help. So there's a link inside of the chat that Renee has dropped in for us. That's where you could go ahead and download the big picture roadmap. And I'm going to just toss it back up again. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to toss it back up again so that you could see, you could go in, fill out the information, subscribe, download, and you can get the step-by-step action guide. I'm not going to take up too much of your time because, like I said, it's just me today, unless you guys have any questions for me. If you do have questions, be sure to drop it down into the comments, and then you can use hashtag replay. So I know that you're here asking questions, and we'll be happy to come back and answer any of the questions that you may have. Also, don't forget to follow the Boom app on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and we're also on YouTube. So you can start subscribing to us there. And like I said, you will be able to see these videos a week from now, which is out and about. But I really want more people to come into this group because this group is all about a year of buying black. So this is a place where we are buying from each other as black people. We're buying inside of this community. And inside of this community, we want to make sure that everybody is seen, heard, and you feel the love in here. So feel free to come in, give us some amazing content that you might currently have in your business and how you can help others. I appreciate the time today. Thank you all so very much. And I will see you guys in 2 weeks when we'll be talking to another business owner that is going to be pretty much telling us about their business, how they work, and the things that they can do to help you in your life. So thank you all so much. Enjoy the rest of your night and enjoy your weekend. Bye.